I'm going to explain the system I came up with in order to memorize the memo cube. So I haven't actually finished the system. I'm still working on it because I'm trying to figure out the kinks and how to come up with the images. So here's the system. So I'm going to take three colors at a time in order to make one image. So for right here, this row, I would have one image for that, the green, blue, green. Now, for this whole side, I would only need three images to memorize this whole side, which is fantastic. For the whole cube, there are six different sides, so I'm going to need 18 images to memorize this whole cube, which is amazing, right? That's very few images. But here's the problem. The problem comes from that the three colored system, that's what I'm calling it. I'm going to need 120 different images because you have six different colors, and I'm taking three at a time. That's a permutation. Now, I was hoping it was less, maybe like 100 at max, because I was hoping to use one of my current systems I have, just kind of adapting it in a different way. But the problem is I have 120, so I'm kind of left with a decision to make. Can I make duplicates? So say this was the inverse, okay? Say if it was blue, green, blue, okay? Blue, green, blue. That would be the exact same image as green, blue, green. Now, the problem with that is if I just have that image in my head, I'm like, okay, I see this image. Say it's a table. I see this table. Great. Is it green, blue, green, or is it blue, green, blue? And so that's what happens when you have the same image represent two different patterns. And so, I really don't want to create 120 different images because for this, it's a little bit different because essentially I'm just going to be associating an image with this specific pattern. Now with numbers and cards, I had a code I was following, and so the transition was a lot easier. For this, I guess I could make some sort of code. Um, Not exactly sure how that would work or look like because I have nothing to really base it off of. So like, would it start with the image start with a G and then N end in a N? I know it was weird. End in a N. And so, no, there's really nothing naturally that comes to mind when I look at, giving specific colors or sequence of colors a code. Numbers, it was pretty easy, right? I said anything with a zero that or the starting digit that has a zero is going to be a Z or a S. That makes sense because a zero sounds like a S and a Z, right? Zero. And so that made it a lot easier. This isn't that simple. And so, if I did decide to kind of, double up on patterns to make one image, then, I would only need 60 images, and I could use my number system I already created. But 120, for each individual pattern. So that's something I'm still trying to figure out. Um, no, let me know what you think, what I should do for that, because this is different. Because I just have to make kind of that connection between this would be table, green, blue, green is table, and so that's kind of like root memorization, right? I'm just kind of go repeat it: blue, green, blue. Oh, I mean green, blue, green, blue, green table, green, blue, green table, and so it's a little bit harder, and that's something I just kind of want to avoid. Kind of that long process of associating this pattern to just this random image because there's really no connection between it at all, like zero. And so that's what I'm going to use because the most basic system, just having an image per color. And so of course there's going to be nine different colors. So you're going to have nine images of that specific color, right? Or you should, because always that chance that you mismemorize something. But for this, green, maybe I picture an elf, blue, Blue's Clues. And so, I see this elf writing Blue's Clues and an elf pushes Blue's Clues over. I can make that little story, boom, put that in a location and move on. But, what happens is you have a lot of repeating images, right? Nine. You have nine repeating images for all the different colors. And so it gets a little bit complicated because you're like, wait, Blue's Clues was doing something nine different times, or, or right here, right? It could be in the same story as well, or it depends how you do it, right? You could do color per location. You could do three colors per location. You could do nine colors per location. So it's really up to you on how you would want to actually attack this. And so that's the most basic system, having a color or having an image for each color, then just making a story out of the colors or having each color have its own location. So you're going to need, what's that, 6 times 9? You're going to need 54 different locations. And so, it's up to you, but I thought the three color system would be a little bit easier and allow me to have more flexibility and go a lot faster. But of course, either create 120 images from scratch, or maybe I could use my 100 images for my number system, then just make 20 up. But the part I'm going to hate the most is kind of making that connection, just repeating over and over and over again until it's right. And so I know that one at least, right? And so that's the problem, and that's something I have to kind of figure out before I actually do this memorization for this cube, because if they ever do more of this competition, the memo competition, at least I have a system and I've been practicing it, and boom, I'll be perfect. Because I would hate to have the simple system and just go through it and just work with it, and eventually, I'm like, man, we have a competition coming up. I'm going to it. The single image system is so slow, and you can have a lot of confusion because you have repeating images. No, probably not gonna do that well in this event compared to everyone else. So there's cons and pros to everything. But the good thing is this. This is what you have to realize is when you make a system, you only have to make that system one time, for the most part, right? So if I did make a one image system, which I already have my images for my different colors, that's not the problem. But say I was brand new, I made that system, then I'm like, man, I want to upgrade to a 2-color system or a 3-color system. Then you have to spend more time making these different systems. But if I just start with the 3-digit or the 3-color system right away, I'm pretty much done for life, unless I really want to be crazy and do a 9-color system, which I would never do because that's too many images and I would just hate my life. And so, it's really up to you on how you kind of approach these things. And so hopefully, this system's going to work out fine. I'll try to look more into seeing how it would look if I kind of double up, having one image represent 2 different patterns, seeing how that works. Trying to come up with something with that. But, hopefully everything goes pretty smoothly. I'll let you know when I actually complete the system, or actually show you the system I come up with. Because it might be a 2-color system, or it might just go back to the 1-color system. But it is what it is. But this is something I'm kind of excited for because it's a little bit different. I made a video, or like a couple of videos of me solving a Rubik's Cube, right? So I was pretty happy that I could actually do that. So this is just, I guess, one more step into just memorizing the random order of the colors. Blind memorization cubing, that's not for me. I'm not good enough at solving the Rubik's Cube. I still kind of get confused about, like, wait, is this inverse right? Is this inverse left? And so, kind of confusion on that stuff. But so yeah, so hopefully, you enjoyed this video. I know I got a little bit long-winded, but I just want to kind of add some extra information about the different systems, because that's really important when it comes to actually creating systems that you're going to use for learning useful information or for competition, that you need to know what you're going to work with, what problems you might be facing, or just a general idea which system should you be using when trying to memorize something. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I finished my system. It might be a week or two, but hopefully I get something. So until then, I'll see you next time. Subscribe to my channel for more videos on memory techniques, how to do better in school, memory challenges, updates, and much more. Also remember to click the notification bell so you know when I upload a video. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. The links are down below in the description. You also can check out these videos. If you want to learn all the memory techniques and learn how to apply them to all sorts of information, or if you want to start competing in memory competitions, you can check out my programs down below in the description. Look forward to my next video and get ready to get the best memory of your life.